クロネコチャンネル。
まあ、愛僕の時も話したけども、今後ますますその自分の国でのコンテンツ、自分の国で作られた、まあ、ミュージカルに限らずだけど、そういうコンテンツがこういう風な状況だと必要になってくるのかなと思ったりしているのですが。で、このことはもうゴーストの時からまあずっと話していることで、やっぱ英語の歌詞で書かれたものが日本語になると情報量が3分の1ぐらいになっちゃうんだみたいな話を、まあ、してたらダレンがそれにこう興味を持って今日もそれについて話そうかみたいに言ってくれたので、ちょっと2つ目のトピックに選んでみたんですけども。
Absolutely. I mean, that's a very interesting and complex conversation. I mean, the first thing I want to say, Australia is very similar to Japan as far as we love overseas musicals. Australians love Hamilton that's coming in March, and we love Frozen, and we want this. So we're constantly having overseas shows and overseas creatives coming to Australia because we think America and England are the best. We're in a similar situation to Tokyo where we can't travel. Like, Australians are not allowed to go overseas unless they have medical reasons or compassionate reasons. So my point is, and I agree with you, Taiki, how can the creatives of Frozen come to Australia in October? Probably they'd have to be quarantined at the least, and maybe they're not going to be allowed. So Australians are going to have to, like Japan, I think locally and actually create or write local work, which I think is a great thing. But the difference, Taiki, is that because it's in English, we can take an American Sherlock Hamilton, or we can take Far Come From Away, and so the translation is not an issue. The issue you're asking, and I agree with you, and we've had many drinks over it, is when you take an English-speaking show and have to actually translate it into Japanese, and that's the problem. And you were the one, I have to say, Taiki, that made me realize in Japan how difficult that is. I remember in Ghost particularly how many times you come to me and go, that doesn't really make sense in Japanese. And I go, doesn't it? Oh. And I don't even know what we talked about, but I remember that on a very simple level, you taught me about there's so many more syllables in Japanese. So you actually have to reduce ideas in English down, if that makes sense. So that was a big eye-opener to me, how much from English into Japanese doesn't necessarily match. And that's a problem. And I have to say, you'll laugh, Taiki, but the best example for your audience watching this or your fans is Tui, because we talked about it before I left. We have both played Tui in English in Australia and in Japanese, but it's so different in English. You know, I knew in time fate would weave the design, your life and mine into one. It's so poetic and it's beautiful, and the syllables and the poetry of weaving my life and your time works. But I remember you saying to me, oh, that's not it. That's not it in the Japanese translation, because you can't fit all those ideas into Japanese.
そうね。いや、なんか本当日本語ならではの表現になっていたりとか、特にその海外、最近だと本当海外の英語と同じ母音の日本語をはめたりとか、本当訳詞家の方もいろいろ工夫してなされてるって、それはもうとてもわかるしありがたいんだけど、やっぱその越えられない壁っていうのは実際あって、でもそこに関しては今日は直訳のやつをここに用意したんですけどね、このあれなんですよ。二人の定めなのだ、信じていたこの日、毎日待ち続けたこの勝利の時を、戦いながら見たよ嫁いでくる夢を、二人で行こう妻よ親の誓い果たそうっていうここの部分ね、これが直訳だと 分かっていたいずれは信仰信念がデザインを織りなすことを、お前と俺の人生を一つに紡ぎ、毎日待った兵士らしく、夜明けと共に訪れる勝利を信じて、戦いの後、夜の静けさの中、翡翠のように輝く花嫁を想像した妻になり、二人で新しい人生を築くのだ。父親たちの誓いを果たそうって。これだけの情報量があるから、やっぱこれはうまくこう表現するとかっていうことと別にやっぱ情報量が減ってしまうっていう事実はやっぱあるから、そこが難しいんだよね。どうにもしがたいよねっていうことなんですよね。
And that's what's so interesting, Taki, what we've talked about and you taught me is that from an actor's point of view and a director, if you're missing information, how can I help you with that missing information? It's like having someone not having a hand. You know, your hand's cut off and you're trying to understand everything and I'm trying to fill all the information in. It makes it very challenging for any English show, musical, play, and trying to make it fit into a Japanese version, you know, and that's why you and I talked. You need to have more local Japanese work, so you don't have that issue of conflict. But it's tricky, isn't it? Because your question to me, Taiki, is it's not only the translation and it doesn't fit, but it's also the Japanese mindset and heart and culture is a very different thing to the Western mindset. And I'm not saying one is better than the other, I'm really not, but they're different. So it's a really difficult challenge to make those two things work, I think. And so that's why I'm saying to you, the more local Japanese musical and plays happen, I think the better, because you don't have that problem.
そうだね。だからそういう作品の数がまだまだ少ないから、もちろんその海外の作品、有名な素晴らしいミュージカルはミュージカルとして絶対必要だけど、そういう作品も増えたらいいなと思うなっていうことと、日本語の美しいその日本語のニュアンスで芝居するっていうことと、英語の元々の響きの歌い方だったりセリフの喋り方っていうところとあんまりにも乖離しない感じで日本語を歌うっていうことと、そのさっき言ったね、例えば翡翠のように輝く花嫁をみたいなニュアンス、ただ棒読みで例えば極端に言ったら棒読みで読んでもロマンチックに感じるものをそのシンプルな詩的な言葉でその表現するっていうこの欠落した情報をその少ない情報でやるっていうこの3つがこうなんていうか同時にやらなきゃいけないっていう感じが日本だとあるんだよね。
That's a real it's a big challenge, isn't it? And that's where I think that I've made, as you know, Taiki and Emmy, I've made great friends coming to Tokyo, particularly because I think I love that challenge. Of how do you take a Western show like Les Miserables or Miss Saigon or Phantom, Here Lies Love, how do you make them work in a Japanese culture but be respectful to the Western psychology? And I think sometimes it probably works and sometimes it doesn't, but that's the challenge. But then I guess I've never talked to you, Taiki, about this, but I guess because in English, there could be subtext. There could be 3 ways to go, hey, come over and have a beer. That could be the sentence in the song. Hey, come over and have a beer. But there could be so many ways of what it means, like don't come to me or please come. I need to apologize. There's so many versions of saying, hey, come over and have a beer. And I'm sure, Taiki and Emmy, that's the same in Japanese, acting and subtext. Does this make sense, Emmy? But it's got a different kind of acting style and other complications. Did that make sense, Taiki and Emmy?
そこはそれは本当に多いかもしれない。例えばジョークなんだけど、ジョークっていうニュアンスと例えばそこに卑猥な意味を例えば含ませてとか、逆もあるけど、卑猥な言葉なんだけどそこはジョークっていうニュアンスが含まれてる。だけどどっちか欠落してると、日本語だとただ卑猥なことを言っているだけのセリフになってしまったり、ただの意味のないなんかアメリカンジョークになってしまったりみたいな、この両方がないとっていうのは結構あったりするかもしれない。
Absolutely. When I was doing Joseph and his amazing Dreamcoat a couple of months ago, everything stopped because after Pharaoh goes, I was wandering along by the banks of the river, and so he sings his song, and then in the script, Joseph says, I'm not quite sure if I followed that. Can you do that again? And then he sings the song again. But there was a whole 45-minute discussion of what that meant. And I said, look, it's just an excuse to do the song again. But I had to try to work out the nuances of what it meant in English to what it meant in Japanese, just to get the actor to sing the song again. So it was a joke, but it was a very Western joke. And we had to get it translated several times to make it make sense, I think. Yeah. For 45 minutes, the cast understandably going, oh, why didn't Joseph understand the dream? I'm going, no, he did. It's just a reason to sing the song again. I was like, oh. And that's what I mean about, it's not one is more important or wrong than the other, but it's the Western and Eastern nuances or humor or style. It can be very confusing.
なるほどね。そのユーモアっていうニュアンスが日本だと伝わらなかったり欠落しているっていうことだ。
Well, they got it eventually, but it's as what you're saying, Taki. I had to kind of make it make sense culturally, but because it wasn't good enough for me, and I get it with respect, just to go, oh, it's just an excuse for another version of the song. It wasn't. I had to explain that it was a style of humor to get the actor to sing the song again. But that, yeah.
なるほど。さあ結構お話を伺ってもうね締めに行かないといけないので最後にですけどもあれどうしました大根さん。
Excuse me.
イングリッシュバージョンじゃん。
Hello.
Hello. Why?
My name is Daiko. May I ask question? You.
Yes.
お前全部英語で行くんだなそのまま。
それは無理です。それは無理です。
それ無理。
今お話伺ってて昔と比べて今の日本って結構 SNS の発達やまたここ数年この YouTube や Netflix っていった動画サービスができてきて、はいはい、結構その一般の人々もアメリカ、西洋の文化に触れる機会が増えたと思うんですけど、そのダレンさんから見てここ数年その日本人がその西洋の文化に対しての理解が深まっているなって感じた時はありますかね。
Yeah, that's such a great question. I would imagine, like it has not only in Japan but everywhere in the world, access to social media and YouTube. You know, I can just type in anything to know what another country is doing or what they're thinking. But yeah, absolutely, I do think the impact of social media and YouTube has allowed what is happening in the West and how Western minds think and work and what the fashion is and what the music is, what the shows are. I think that's been a very big impact in Japan. And I think, to be honest with you, Daikon, Emi, Taiki, there are pros and cons to that. I think social media and YouTube are great on one level, but sometimes it makes it a bit easy to just access things. I hope I've answered that, Emmy. Because, Daikon, the problem is you can see on YouTube the Broadway version of Les Miserables, for instance, or Miss Saigon. My problem as a director coming to Japan is that a lot of actors maybe have seen that on YouTube and think that's what they should do. And I spend a lot of time going, no, don't copy. We're going to find it together. That's what I mean where YouTube sometimes is a disaster to create art because it's not like you should do it like that. I want you to find your version of it.
なるほど。
Well, you know, Taiki, how I work. So I often go to actors, don't do it. You don't have to do it like that. We find our own version, you know.
そうね。いっぱい質問するしね。その自分たちの身の回りでのことに置き換えて質問したりとかするもんね。誰が結構ね。演出するときにそのどうですかってみんななんかこれに関してどう思う？君たちはどう思う？っていう感じでさ、その身の回りのことに置き換えて質問をすることが多いなと。
Look, I have to say that's the only way I know how to work, and that's when I met you, Taiki. I think maybe that's because I was an actor, and so I understand that actors need their own interpretation and understanding. So my tui has to be different to your tui, Taiki, and it's not even that as a Japanese tui and an Australian tui, but you have a different soul to my soul. So they have to be different, and my job, I believe, is to everything I can do to make yours different to anyone else's. So how you feel about falling in love and the girl who never wanted to go with you and broke your heart, I want to ask how you feel about that, because that will affect Tui.
ですって、大根さん。
Thank you for your answer.
I do talk a lot, don't I, Daikon? That's why my name is Yap. Yap, 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 yap. I talk a lot.
つながったじゃん。まとめが出た、まとめが。
すごいまとめだ。ありがとうございました。じゃあ、失礼します。
What a great thing to do. Thank you so much for having me on.
バイバイ、大根さん。
Great time.
バイバイ、グッバイ。
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
さあ、というわけで、まだあれしてなかったので、今日はどんな入れ物にどんな飲み物を持ってきてくださったんですか？最初に紹介すべきだったんだけど。
You're so polite. I've known you for so many years. I'm drinking as usual. I'm drinking a lovely Australian wine, nearly at the bottom. I haven't drunk it in one go.
オーストラリアの。
Semi-Sauvignon. Yum.
美味しいのね。飲んでるのね。なるほどね。それ一本飲み切ったわけじゃないよってことね。なんか最後にありますか？なんか今後に向けて。じゃあダレンさん締めてください。やっぱダレンはスピーチが得意なので。
Oh, Taiki, I think in my heart to you and Emmy. I think the coronavirus has brought the world together, and it's. I know Japan has had terrible death and disasters with earthquakes and natural disasters, and we've had bushfires, and America had the towers. Like everyone's had tragedies, but the pandemic has brought everyone together, and I think it's terrible, but I think it's really great that we all feel the same thing. I think that it's not necessarily, what am I trying to say? I don't think it's been an easy time for anyone in the world. And I also think it's not an easy time for anyone in the theatre, anywhere in the world, whether it be in Tokyo, America, Australia, England. I think our theatre community is scared and tired and worried, and I understand that. But the only message I can say is that at any time there's been a pandemic, a plague, a recession, theatre has been able to rise from the ashes. And I think art does that when the things are terrible in the world and life and politics in America right now. Art rises through that, and I believe it will get better. It will be different, but it will get better. And I really hope that, like Australians do their own Australian stories in plays and musicals, I hope that Japan does their own local work too. And I think the pandemic will do that.
ありがとうございます。本当ね、演劇の底力をね、信じて前向きに行きたいなと思いますよね。本当に演劇の底力ってとてつもないものだと思うので。
You are the future, Taiki. You are the future.
はい。またおしゃべりしてください。
Yes, please. Yes, please. お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様でした。というわけで本日のゲストはダレンヤップさんでした。
Rest well. See ya.
はい。というわけで
お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様でございました。どうでしたか？
いやー、今聞けるこの話を聞けたって感じですよね。
だから本当こう演劇に関わってる人は日本だけじゃなくてみんなこう漠然とした不安を抱えてるんだなとか思って話したりしたんだけどね。根本さんの質問は どうでしたか、ダレンさんの回答は。
そうですね。ちょっと自分でも、
はい。
もう質問しなくていいかなってちょっとこう。
諦めるなよ。諦めるなよ。あなたはなかなか評判いいらしいですよ、質問。
本当ですか？
うん。あなたの質問をもっと増やしてほしいみたいな意見が僕になんか知り合いから LINE が来たりしますよ。
え？
本当ですよ。
なんでそこ、大輝さんで止まっちゃってるんですかね。
嫌だよ、そんなの。あんたにそんないちいち報告したらまたなんか図に乗るじゃないか。勝手に図に乗ってその大根のその柄をバージョンアップ勝手にさせてんだから。
確かに。これは
そうだろう。
自分なりの反抗でしたから、これは。
反抗なのかよ。
ダレンさんがヤップの理由をおっしゃってくれたじゃないですか。
はい。
あれこそまさに、やっぱピンときませんからね、我々が言われても。
そうだね。そういうね、日本語と英語の違いっていう意味ね。
そうですよね。
なるほどね。まあ、俺はお前と日本語同士だけど、うまく意思疎通できてないけどな。
まあ、これは、俺のミュージカルをじゃあ作ってください。
やだよ。
俺のニュアンス。
なんでだよ。なんであんたのニュアンスを理解してあなたの大根ミュージカル作んなきゃいけないんだよ。はい。というわけで、もう茶番はこのぐらいにしましてですね。本日もご視聴ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
この動画に関して何かありましたらコメントぜひ書いていってください。皆様のコメント本当にありがたく読ませていただいております。その他にもグッドボタンとか、チャンネル登録とか、いろんな情報概要欄にも貼ってますんでよかったらチェックしてみてください。それではバイバイ。